Gentlemen, Jack has arrived.
And from Manchester, England, weighing in at 167 pounds, gentleman Jack Gallagher.
That's how you make an impact. This should be an incredible matchup. I mean, both men have extensive offensive repertoires, lasting endurance, and an insatiable appetite to be number one.
Down with the jackhammer.
Cover here. Digging deep for a kick out.
Yeah, this is way too early to be going for the win.
Great offense by Goldberg. He slams him down with authority. Disqualify this man. He's thrown the rule book out the window. Crushing damage to the back. So painful.
He's struggling a bit here.
Guys, this is where we find out what he's made of.
Hey, he can still win this thing, guys. We've all seen him come back from much worse.
Look at this. It's got to be over now. Goldberg is making his presence known.
Goldberg got him there.
Goldberg is making his presence known. Message delivered. Looks like Gallagher is feeling the physicality of this contest.
How can he not?
I don't know. Goldberg with a spear!
That should do it.
He's going for the pin. Well, that was a close call.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it.
Look at Goldberg. It's coming. When this guy's on, look out. And what a reversal from Goldberg. Here's the cover. And he's able to get out.
Gallagher kicks out. A loss there would have been anything but gentlemanly.
His clothesline finds the mark. We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe. Clobbers him with the axe handle.
Goldberg got him there. It is not looking good for Jack Gallagher.
This is not exactly the area you want to be in.
Shoulder attack, he's got him covered. Dug down deep and gets the shoulder up.
How did he do that?
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Goldberg with a spear!
Just when you thought
He goes for the cover. The cover, and this one's history. What a win.
Here is your winner, Goldberg.
Going to add that match to the highlight reel.
few things are more rewarding than that feeling of keeping your opponent's shoulders down for the 3 count.
I like this kid. Bright, bright future for this young man.
And from Dudley, England, weighing in at 175 pounds, Tyler Bate.
Saxton, he's like 20 years younger than you, and he has more facial hair.
Well, some of us grow more facial hair than others. There's no questioning the incredible in-ring ability, though, of Tyler Bate. I mean, he's gained worldwide experience, and he's turned a lot of heads all throughout the WWE.
And the big boot connects. The WWE Universe is chopping to the bit to see these two competitors go at it.
You can count me in on the excitement. I can't wait.
And I wouldn't at all be surprised if this match stole the show here tonight.
Scoop slam. Will somebody please step in and stop this? Oh, man, this has gotten ugly now. It's got to be hard to rebound from that one. Great offense by Goldberg. And he's heading back in.
Goldberg got him there.
And he slams him down. It was surreal to see Goldberg back in WWE. The energy and intensity that followed him his entire career returned to Monday Night Raw, and it brought him to Fastlane against Universal Champion Kevin Owens.
Goldberg was an uncaged animal during his return to WWE, but Kevin Owens displayed his mastery of mind games, making Goldberg wait until spear.
Goldberg with a spear!
Incredible.
Now that got those shoulders on the mat.
Revisit Goldberg versus Kevin Owens. It is absurd that KO had to defend his Universal Championship against Goldberg. Owens didn't have the proper time to prepare, and Goldberg didn't climb the ranks in order to properly earn.
Goldberg's looking to finish this.
Oh, boy. Jackhammer! But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize?
The pinfall and the victory.
Here is your winner, Goldberg.
And this one is in the books for Goldberg.
To get the pinfall victory over such a high-quality opponent is incredibly impressive, Michael.
As usual, this Philadelphia crowd is beyond... The Bruiserweight. Caught him with a big boot.
On the mark.
Oh, what a boot.
Whoa, this is surprising, Byron.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he would let him out right there.
Looks like he has other plans here.
I think he was just looking to soften him up a little here.
Looks like he's starting to sweat now. With these two guys, we all knew this was going to be an all-out battle.
I wouldn't call for the medics just yet, Cole. He still appears to be in pretty good shape here.
I think a lot of people right now are scratching their heads wondering how he let this match get so out of hand.
Great offense by Goldberg. Goldberg is making his presence known. He's on his heels. He needs to find a way to get on the offensive, guys.
I'd never count this guy out, but I'll tell you what, he's not looking so hot right now. He's really going to need to find a way to get back in this thing.
This is what makes him one of the best.
His superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
Pete Dunne is all about the intimidation. He's a man of few words, but actions like holding that United Kingdom Championship in his teeth. His superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
Whoa, he lets him out.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights.
His superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
And after the bell rings, just cross the line.
I disagree, Saxton. While most of Dunne's United Kingdom Championship Tournament's opposition were excited for the opportunity and happy to be in front of an English crowd, the Bruiserweight showed everyone he wanted it more with those brutal beatdowns.
And there's a kick. The superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
Goldberg possesses immeasurable intensity and devastating power. We're looking at one of the strongest forces to ever step foot in a ring. But what has driven him in the most is being a superhero for his son. Oh, and sent crashing back down. The superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
Byron alluded to Goldberg's motivations for his return. To millions of people around the world, Goldberg is a real-life superhero. His return was able to inspire a new generation in the WWE Universe.
Even I got caught up in the whirlwind, feel-good story of Goldberg's return to WWE. The man is, in many ways, superhuman.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Goldberg got him there. It was surreal to see Goldberg back in WWE. The energy and intensity that followed him his entire career returned to Monday Night Raw, and it brought him to Fastlane against Universal Champion Kevin Owens. Goldberg was an uncaged animal during his return to WWE, but Kevin Owens displayed his mastery of mind games. Goldberg is looking to finish this. Oh, boy. Down with the jackhammer. This one's over, guys. No luck against Dunne there. Too quick. No luck against Dunne there. Too quick.
Goldberg doing a great job of turning that around.
His superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
He releases it.
And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
Stop in the leg. Just nasty. Stop in the leg. Just nasty. His kick connects. His superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
Am I watching the same match as everyone else? How did the official miss that one? This is unbelievable.
WWE made history in 2017 with a tournament to crown the inaugural United Kingdom champion, which I was lucky enough to call in person. And in that tournament, this man, Pete Dunne, emerged as the next can't-miss superstar. Knee stop! That'll ruin your leg.
Great offense by Goldberg.
I'd agree with what Michael... The superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
I'd say every superstar remembers their first match on Raw, but for Pete Dunne, Byron, his first match has a little extra special meaning as it took place in his home country of England.
Well, not only that, Michael, but Pete Dunne also walked away from that match with a decisive victory over the WWE Cruiserweight Champion at the time. Pretty impressive, if you ask me.
We already established that Pete Dunne was successful in his first Raw match, but to me, the biggest takeaway from that was that the 23-year-old didn't exhibit an ounce of nervousness in front of a sellout crowd of nearly 15,000 in his home country on a big show like Monday Night Raw.
That's because Dunne oozes confidence. He was dominant that night because he knows it's just a matter of time before he'll be back on Raw. And in the main event, most likely.
The superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point... The superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
I'd say every superstar remembers their first match on Raw, but for Pete Dunne, Byron, his first match has a little extra special meaning as it took place in his home country of England.
Well, not only that, Michael, but Pete Dunne also walked away from that match with a decisive victory over the WWE Cruiserweight Champion at the time. Pretty impressive, if you ask me.
We already established that Pete Dunne was successful in his first Raw match, but to me, the biggest takeaway from that was that the 23-year-old didn't exhibit an ounce of nervousness in front of a sellout crowd of nearly 15,000 in his home country on a big show like Monday Night Raw.
That's because Dunne oozes confidence. He was dominant that night because he knows it's just a matter of time before he'll be back on Raw. And in the main event, most likely.
Dodges a bullet there. WWE made history in 2017 with a tournament to crown the inaugural United Kingdom champion, which I was lucky enough to... The superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
I'd agree with what Michael was saying about Pete Dunne's performance in the UK Championship Tournament. If you didn't know him heading in, you sure as heck knew who he was coming out.
I'll tell you one person who definitely knew who Pete Dunne was after coming out, and that's William Regal. Regal was...
The superstar thinking ankle lock.
Two options. Tap.
One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm, leg, ankle, or shoulder.
Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important in a submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to...
The superstar thinking ankle lock. Two options. Tap.
Pete Dunne is all about the intimidation. He's a man of few words, but actions like holding that... And he breaks free.
Just when you thought he was out of this one.
Down he goes.
That'll do it every time.
The superstar thinking ankle lock. Two options. Tap.
Bringing back up Pete Dunne's penchant for intimidation, I'm fine with sending a message during his entrance, but his attacks before and after the bell rings just cross the line.
I disagree, Saxton.
The superstar thinking ankle lock.
2 options. Tap.
Pete Dunne is all about the intimidation. He's a man of few words, but actions like holding that United Kingdom Championship in his teeth as he glares at his competition down the ramp sends a message to his opposition.
Yeah, that message is you're about to become the recipient of a pummeling courtesy of the Bruiserweight.
Goldberg is making his presence known.
Bringing back up Pete Dunne's penchant for intimidation. I'm fine with sending a message during his... The superstar thinking ankle lock.
2 options. Tap.
When we talk about submission matches, we have to speak about one that, in many people's eyes, set the standard. It was WrestleMania 13. Bret the Hitman Hart was in a heated rivalry with a brash star on the rise named Stone Cold Steve Austin. This match started like no other submission match, with the 2 superstars battling in the crowd and attempting to use ring steps as a weapon.
Oh, I think this man means business.
Byron, you mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. The rivalry between the Hitman and Stone Cold was so intense that WWE had no choice but to appoint mixed martial arts champion Ken Shamrock as a special guest referee. The Hitman didn't waste any time focusing his assault on Austin's injured knee.
Steve Austin was busted open, and in the ringside area, it looked like a tornado went through. Once locked in the sharpshooter, Austin refused to give up. Stone Cold passed out due to...
The superstar thinking ankle lock.
2 options. Tap.
Goldberg possesses immeasurable intensity and devastating power. We're looking at one of the strongest forces to ever step foot in a ring. But what has driven him in the most is being a superhero for his son.